Right, hello YouTube. The rainwater loo flushing system, I still haven't come up with a name for it properly, is well, it's not wearing thin, but it takes a lot of work to keep it going. I mean, I fill up this, let it settle, and then I pour it in, and all the sediment stays at the bottom. That needs a good clean. But the problem is, I'm running off a little lead acid battery there, and it's a bit, well, it is man enough, but I'm gonna have to keep charging it, and I want this system to be sort of self-enclosed. So what I'm gonna do is find a couple of boxes. I'm gonna put a box over here somewhere to house all of these connections, because they keep corroding and the system stops. I have to come out and pinch the wires a bit tighter, tighten it up, and it goes for another couple of weeks before I have to come out and do it again. So I want to put a box up here to keep all the connections out of the way, and I want to put a solar panel on this wall with another box to hold the battery. So I'm gonna have a think. Well, maybe I should put the box on the wall over here and just have one lead going away for the solar panel. I'm gonna have a think, and I've got to find a box. I've got to see if I've got a box that will, because this gets a little bit sun during the day, this wall, so we'll try that, I think. So I've got to go and have a rummage, because as you can see, not particularly tidy at the moment. Yeah, so I'll be back in a bit. Right, so I managed to dig out a box which will hold the 17 amp hour battery. Now, it's not in the best shape, this box. It's got holes all over the place, especially in the back. But for a temporary measure, it's not too bad. I found this 30 amp charge controller, which is redundant at this moment in time. I haven't actually got a smaller charge controller, so I'll have to do, and it will just about fit in the top. And I was just making sure that the charge controller works. I've just temporarily connected it to these leads, and if I just release, that will go off. I'm just going to make sure that the load side works. It's got on-off button there, so I'm just going to connect that up to a lamp, and we'll make sure that works. And I've got to start preparing to put this on the wall, I guess. Right, so I've connected a 12 volt lamp in, just temporary. It does appear we have lost a screw in there, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I have to rummage through my bit box and see if I've got any spares. But anyway, the load is turned on by that button there, and as you can see, the load button works. I'm not sure what these, power going in, power going out, power going in, power going out. That's what it does. It's actually from Maplins, and it was well overpriced at the time. It's just been sitting stationary or static for too long, so I'm going to put it to good use now. So right, let's go and see what I can do with this. Right, so what I did is just took the screw out of the right hand one. I took the screw out of this one and put it in the bottom here. Just cut that connector block right out and put a new one in. You can see it's not quite the same. It never is. Probably needs a little bit of hot glue just to hold it in place, but hey, I'm not complaining, because this will go back together and be functional again. Anyway, this is the inside of the Maplin 30 amp charge controller. It's pretty basic. Not really much to go wrong, I don't think. I'm not the I don't know much about electronics. Anyway, so that's my take on it. Anyway, right, put this back together and let's get outside. So we put the solar panel there and the battery there. Maybe find a way just to tilt it a little bit. And then we'll be away. Right, so there we go. We got our solar panel. I had to extend the cables in here because they weren't long enough to go the route I wanted, and they weren't long enough to reach the solar panel terminals anyway. The battery is in there. The only thing I haven't connected in is the load yet. I'm gonna let it charge. I didn't actually factor in the fact that we're going to get shade off of the sort of greenhouse. So never mind. And we're putting in 1 amp. Output is nothing. There we go. So that proves that this charge controller is still working. That's good. So I need to go and figure out where I'm going to go from here. Right, so I've just used a second-hand box with 3 connectors to mount the gubbins on the wall here. Our supply is the white cable, 0.75. Most of this is 0.75. So it comes in, goes out on the switch, comes back on the switch, goes out to the pump, and then goes out on the neutral. This is all I can do at the moment because I haven't got the money to spend doing this properly. I mean, I've got to get bung for the hole. I've got to spawn somewhere. And we go back over here. Also, I've noticed I'm running out of flex. I've only got short links of flex, so I can't do any long runs. The only long stuff I've got left is 4mm and 6mm, which I want to save for my solar panels. So I'm having to use 0.75 2-core flex to run the 12 volts over to there. This is the longest bit I have, so I'm going to have to go on the scroungel. I'm going to have to actually try and I have to buy a length, I guess, buy a drum. Anyway, so over here, again, solar panel. Sun's going in now. No power coming in. Yeah, you basically see it's a basic system. There isn't a fuse yet. I'm going to get a fuse holder from my shed and put that in maybe another day. So if I turn the load on now, the voltage drops and it's drawing 1.2 amps, 1.3, 1.2 amps, so it's not a very powerful pump, so there shouldn't be too much volt drop in the system. And now pumping. Which is good. So I think that is it for now. I'm running out of daylight and materials. I'm going to button this up and let it do its thing for a little bit. I wish I could put a drip loop in there, stop the water running down the cables and in, but there's nothing I'm going to do with the length of the cable at the moment. And I've got some holes to bung up the water flex in there, and I've got a couple of holes around the top and around the back. So I'll put some silicone across there, stop any water going down the back. But that's all I can really manage without spending any money on the system, just using stuff that I've saved. My motto seems to be reduce, reuse, recycle, upcycle, and the other one that I can't remember. Yeah, so not bad for about an hour's work. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Please subscribe, comment, rate. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.